Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of The Violet Madness. My name is Mark, I am your DM, and welcome along once again. We had an interesting session last time around. Damon met up with his sister and struck a deal, agreeing to eventually, not straight away, there's no kind of strict time limit on it, to go back to Heple and assist his sister in eradicating their parents once and for all. Damon hasn't revealed too much about his family's past. He revealed a couple of stark revelations to the group last session, but I suppose a lot was kind of left to the imagination as to kind of what Damon's home life was like growing up. But what we do know is that his relationship with his folks is shaky at best, and Damon seems to have no problem at all in assisting his sister in that regard. As a sign of good faith in accepting that task, Damon was gifted with a firearm with silver bullets and 2 special bullets with names on a named bullet, one for each of his parents. After that kind of harrowing conversation, Damon and Sir Tyrion ventured back to the inn, where the group realigned over breakfast and discussed potential next moves. Shadar is going to be heading to the Cathedral of the Gods, back to the Temple of the Raven Queen, to hopefully retrieve his Amulet of the Devout. Then after that, I believe we're heading to Galfond's Tower. So, before we jump into the action, let's introduce everyone playing today. Let's start with Dave today.
Hey, I am Dave, GM for the Saffron Saga, Rebirth of the Graven King, and the Starless Twilight here on the Emerald Collective, and I play Shadar Vicanis, Grave Domain Cleric of the Raven Queen. Shadar is a half-elf, and you'd place him at around 100 years of age if it weren't for the fact that he was magically aged by an undead creature in an old manor house a long time ago. Shadar is actually only in his 30s and exists solely to destroy undead for the glory of the Raven Queen. Shadar has bright white hair, and is that's which is a result of his interaction with whatever hideous creature and horrible entity that lived in Mistmore Manor. And is typically dressed for battle in black leathers with a black chain shirt and his trusty mace, and more importantly, his wineskin.
Very much. Next up then, Matt, would you like to introduce yourself?
Absolutely. Hello, everybody. It's Matt. I will be playing Aelfric, the half-elven wizard. Slightly absent-minded, slightly awkward, slightly unkempt-looking fellow, but nevertheless, repository of magical knowledge and ability, and always ready with a handy disintegration if the situation calls for it.
And there's been a few occasions where it has. Very good, thank you, sir. Next up then, Stephen.
I'm Stephen, your Paladin pal over on the Emerald Collective Discord, and this evening I'm playing Sir Tyrion Shadowbane, the 27 years young human Paladin of Torm. He is the chosen right hand and a vengeance paladin. He is somewhere between Jaime Lannister and Prince Charming, as he accompanies his new friends in his patinaed antique suit of armor that is conveniently beamed to the hells, so may help in future endeavors.
It may. Thank you very much. Next up then, Ali.
Hey everyone, I am Ali Mar. You might know me from my romance books or from the Ladies of Lore, where I also podcast. Today I play Mina Dumont. Lady Dumont is a widow from Aston who traveled after the death of her husband and is now apparently an adventurer worth a little bit of something. She's a 50-year-old half-elf with tawny beige skin and long brown curly hair. She's got a happy attitude and a sunny smile with a pep in her step and sometimes a sharpness in her eyes. She's a College of Whispers bard. She wears white riding leathers with a blue top and sash. She's got a drum on her hip and a rapier in a red scabbard on her side. But if you look closely enough, her shadows might seem to dance. After mending her relationship with the party, some secrets may yet get revealed. Stick around, find out.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. And last and by no means least, then we have Ryan.
Hi guys, I'm Ryan, aka Deranged Rhino, as most of you probably know by now, and I am playing Damon Phileas Venush. Hello, my darlings. Damon is a red tiefling with slicked back black hair. He's stunning, he's gorgeous, he's the life of the party, And right now he is working out how he's going to kill his own parents. So yeah, that should be fun. And that's Bodhi that you can hear. He says hello to.
Speak with Animals cast. Yep, very good. Thank you very much. And yeah, I believe I already kind of gave the general recap, so we'll kind of jump straight back into it with you all finishing up breakfast. Are you all accompanying Shadar to the temple, or are you kind of gonna hang around and wait?
I'll go with him, yeah.
You're more than welcome to come, my friend, if you want. There's a lovely secret graveyard around the back. Old man Boothby digs of, he's the one I learned my trade from. Those edges are just precision incarnate. Amazing.
An interesting name, Boothby. Never
Indeed,
heard of it before.
Yes, old man Boothby. He's a master of his craft.
Yeah, I guess we'll go. I'll grab my weapons from upstairs and be right with you.
Very well.
With that, then Mina briefly goes upstairs to get the rest of her equipment and comes back down, and you all head off to the Cathedral of the Gods. And I suppose, Shadar, you've obviously been there many, many, many times, and Tyrion, you were just here just yesterday. And as I kind of said before, it's just one grand establishment with a host of many different smaller shrines within. So the Temple of the Raven Queen is just one of many shrines that is within this gigantic building. And as you make your way to the Temple of the Raven Queen,
Can you stop off for
yeah.
a cup of hot coffee and a muffin for the best cleaner in all.
Gertrude Dillette.
Yeah.
Who is indeed, as always, toiling away as you enter the temple, sweeping the floors. You're surprised to see that there's still some dust on the floors, because anytime you see her, she's just there sweeping.
She's probably just sweeping around the circle, so she's something to do.
Pretty much. But as she sees you all enter, she kind of greets you once again and says, "Oh, how lovely to see you back again here, Shadar."
Well, my dear, how are you?
Oh, well, look, I'm hobbling along.
I have some coffee here and a muffin for you for breakfast.
Oh,
Make sure you give yourself a break and don't let it go cold.
oh, well, thank you very much. You're such a dear. And she kind of breaks off a bit of the muffin and hands it to a little weasel that pops out of her pocket that you know. Yeah,
There it is.
that's Scrunchy the weasel. And she also breaks off another piece and kind of holds it up, and a crow swoops down from one of the busts that's kind of masoned onto the wall and takes the crumbs from her hands and flies back up to its perch. Yeah, just you're so sweet. Thank you.
Is he in?
He is indeed. Actually, he seemed to be very distant this morning. He just kind of has been in his chamber all morning.
Distant, you say? Right. Well, let's get this over with then. And Shadar will walk up and kind of raise the hand to knock on the door, and he'll stop for a second and straighten the armor. And
I know you're out there, Vicanis.
Permission to enter, sir.
Indeed. And within the kind of darkened chamber, lit solely by kind of oil lanterns, again you see this big desk. And behind Lenitus Felion, your superior, is an array of books mounted on tall bookshelves, and he's just kind of leaning elbows on the desk and kind of fingers interlaced, and beneath his hands there's a black case with a kind of silver lock on the front. I won't tell you how difficult this was to acquire, but I will tell you that this is property of the church.
Of course.
We expect this back,
I shall
undamaged.
Forthwith.
He'll slide it over towards you. Wear it with pride, Vicanis. May it aid you in your endeavors.
May it age me?
Aid you.
Oh, I see.
I believe we've already had the unfortunate,
Yes. I thought you were having a bit of a pop there, sir, but that's all right. Gertrude has some muffin outside if you'd like.
I care not for muffins.
Coffee?
I care not for coffee neither.
Excellent. This is exactly why you're my inspiration, sir. But yes. So it seems we're off to the tower of Galfond's tower to try and find the wizard.
Archmage Illemis.
Yes, that's the fellow. Yes. Apparently, lots of traps and puzzles, and I'm sure, as you remember from the academy, but smiting undead was my forte. Puzzles, unfortunately, were not. So
I've consulted with Illemis on a few matters before in the past. He's a very learned man. He knows his way around magic, and that's certainly for sure. You don't get the title of Archmage very easily.
Indeed, you wouldn't have to know of a discreet back entrance that lead us right to him.
If there was, it would be a death trap, I'd say.
Yes, excellent.
I haven't chuckled like that in a while.
Glad I could oblige, sir.
And his face immediately returns to like a neutral position. You're kind of embarrassed that he actually displayed some emotion in front of you. Well, quite indeed. And I will say that he is quite the oddball.
Yes.
Give him my best should you meet him.
Well, if I don't meet the Raven Queen first, I shall certainly do. So, one question. What should I do? Should I meet the Raven Queen before I have the chance to return this item?
He kind of sits back and takes in a deep breath, exhales, and leans back to you and says, and try to put off your meeting with the Raven Queen before getting back here. If not, and you kind of look over past the door that's kind of still cracked open. Ensure your paladin friend returns it in your stead, should you perish.
Excellent. Well, should I perish, I'll save a place in the queue for you, sir.
Indeed. We all wait for the day that we can join that queue, boy.
With pleasure, sir. Very good. Well, off to save the world, it seems. Ha! Tally-ho!
Indeed. I care not for your jovial manner, but...
High chance of being annihilated or killed or disintegrated or something like that. I mean, how would one not be excited about that? Oh, I met the fortune teller the other night as well.
I care not for fortune tellers.
Yes, there's an extensive list of things with which you care not for. I would be quite curious as to what you do care for.
The shorter list would be what he does care for.
Yes, indeed. Excellent. Well, I'm sure you care not for long meetings, so
certainly.
Let's draw the guillotine down on this one, as it were. Thank you very much, sir. Cheers.
I expect a good field report from you, Vicanus.
No, you know I'm a devil for a field report, sir. My calligraphy has been... Yes, I love writing. Bye.
He bows the head and lets you take your leave. And you can add an Amulet of the Devout to your inventory.
Amulet of the Devout +5. Excellent. Cool.
In brackets, you can put rented, by the way.
That amulet was just resting in my account.
I like that guy.
I love him.
Lenitus is the most boring individual. Dour is the best word, yeah.
Yeah.
As Shadar comes out,
at a party.
yeah, as Shadar comes out, Tyrion turns and goes, Shadar, I genuinely believe that man sucks a soul out of a body quicker than a banshee.
Well, yes, I mean, there's only one way to prove that, and yes, that person's not here anymore. Okay, so I think
volunteer as tribute.
Yes, he's a rather well. I'm quite fond of him. Takes no shit. Gets to the point, which I find rather refreshing. hates when you leave the door open as well, so this is why I made sure it was closed. You know.
Very well, then. Any more business within the Cathedral of the Gods?
Just say goodbye to Gertrude and give her a little fist bump.
Do take care now, Shadar, and oh, you've such a lovely collection of friends here too. You usually go on your missions alone. It's nice to see you in good company.
Well, needs must and all that, you know. I did prefer. Well, yes, there was a time when I was a bit of a lone wolf or lone raven, as it were. But yes, they'll do for now.
And she'll kind of lean into Mina and just say, "Watch him out there, won't you, dear?"
Of course.
Well then, blessings of the Raven Queen upon you all, and wish you the very best.
Has she taken a bite of the muffin for herself?
Oh, she has, yeah. And the coffee is kind of half gone.
Okay.
And with that then, I believe to the tower?
Yep.
Yes,
Just
indeed.
Very good. As you walk through the now bustling streets of Pethlin, it's roughly about 10:30, almost 11 in the morning. You pass by the Grand Arena and through the kind of inner, more fortified section of the city, which houses the old palace. Those of you who know Castonian lore would know that Pethlin was the capital city of Castonia before the establishment of Heathcote. So the old palace is where the king of olden days would have used to reside. So it's quite a dominating presence, this palace. Next to it is a rather largely fortified guard barracks, and on the other side of the palace, to the right, is this tall tower piercing the sky itself. You can see just where the tip of the tower is, you can see that the actual clouds pass through it, so it's kind of a little bit hazy to see the top, but you do see the blue slated tiles that are in a kind of conical shape at the top of the tower, a good, maybe 20-25 stories high. To get there,
He'd like to have his tip up into the air.
See, now that's what I want to see when I think of a wizard's tower.
What a big tip.
Well, after a manner of speaking, I suppose.
Man, I must say, you do shock me.
the old palace itself has a extremely intimidating guard presence, but you don't need to go straight through the palace to get to Galfond's tower. You can go through the side gardens, the Pethlin Gardens. It is a magnificent display of flora. There's kind of hedge mazes, exotic and colorful flowers, a large fountain kind of centered in the middle of these gardens that has a very flamboyant kind of water display feature about it. And many kind of people, noble looking, kind of sitting around on benches and chatting and enjoying the kind of pleasant sights and smells that occupy the space within these gardens. And as you approach the tower, it's kind of have to go up maybe 7 or 8 kind of stone steps up towards the kind of plateau where the ground floor of this tower lies. You can see maybe about 20-30 feet away, you can see maybe 6 or 7 guards around the tower, but immediately to your left you see this kind of stall. Wooden stall, looks kind of thrown together, but 2 children by the looks of it are manning this stall. One in kind of regular kind of noble looking clothes, and the other one is wearing blue, it's almost something out of like a cheap Halloween costume, this kind of blue cloak with kind of stars and crescent moons on it, and she's also wearing a kind of wizard's hat that's blue with stars and crescent moons, but the hat is about 5 sizes too big for her. And on the display, however, is what's strange, are these kind of clear orbs of varying sizes, and in the middle of these orbs is like a butterfly or like a pigeon. One of them is an eagle, And the child in the wizard, or the child in the noble clothes, is saying, "Oh, step right up over here. Look, more customers. Would you like a commemorative token from your visit to the Pathland Gardens today?" And the girl who's wearing the wizard's robes is just kind of sitting there, arms folded, and just kind of not even looking at you.
Well, my youthful friends, have you ever heard of the Raven Queen?
Raven Queen? No, I
Raven Queen. She's who you'll meet when you eventually meet your demise, my friends. Yes, your deaths will be glorious, and you'll join her queue. So it'll be a wonderful experience. Something, the earlier you learn of this, the better your life will be. Something to look forward to. Your whole little lives.
Okay, old man, I'm only 7. I have a long time to go before I perish. But right now, life is for living.
Have you not heard the tale of the child that died at age 8? From being too precocious.
He probably didn't have a good sense of judgment about him now, did he? Whereas me, good business acumen. Would you like a pet pal in a bubble?
What is that?
Pet pal in a bubble.
What is a pet pal?
It's a pet who's your pal that lives in a bubble. Created by yours truly, the magnificent Emily. And she kind of looks up at you. Well,
Emily.
I made these with magic.
Very interesting creations. You seem like quite the accomplished spellcaster with your garments there.
Basic magic.
Can I roll Arcana to see if these are
Absolutely.
actually are magic?
I'll say a DC 10 to determine if it's actually magical or not. And if you roll a 16 or higher, I'll tell you what a little bit more about it.
23.
Not only is this magical, but this is an Autolux Resilient Sphere spell around actual animals that are alive within them.
These are very, very impressive creations, actually.
She kind of leans back on her stool and says, "I know, I'm an accomplished wizard."
Where did you learn to do this, out of interest?
I was born with this ability. Most wizards have to learn it, but no, not me. Child prodigy, me.
Oh, that's very fortunate.
Gold piece for a little pet pal, little souvenir for your trip to Pethlin.
Which animals are here?
There's like a butterfly, an eagle, a crow, a pigeon, a crow.
Do you got any ravens?
No, there are no ravens.
You're useless to me then, child.
Crow's quite close, isn't it, Shadar?
I will pretend I didn't hear that, Aelfric.
It's just a jest, of course. Just tweaking your nose.
Emily, these grown-ups are taking a long time to decide we're missing out on customers. Yeah, if you're going to be standing there just scratching your heads about what you're going to do, maybe do it over there. We're trying to attract some business.
Fine.
What do you reckon, Rocket? I'm gonna get Rocket to walk up to her and have a look at it.
Oh, look at this! You got a shiny little teddy bear. Isn't he lovely?
Yeah, it's a bit like you. He's made of magic.
Is that right?
It is indeed. Where are you from?
I'm from Pethlin.
Who are your parents?
Well, I'm not supposed to answer anything like that to strangers now, am I?
Very good. And I'll leave her be.
Strictly business, nothing personal.
Tyrion,
I speak in gold coins, sir.
Tyrion, who's extremely apprehensive with his history of children with any kind of magical power, has used a divine sense to get a feel for these.
Yeah, nothing desecrated, consecrated.
I'll take one. I'll take one.
All right. Would you like a butterfly or an eagle?
I'll take the eagle.
And She goes about like kind of picking it up to hand it to you, but like, oh, bit heavy. Maybe you're a grown up. You can handle it.
I think you're maybe overestimating my strength a little bit there. Tyrion, you'll carry this for me, won't you?
Well, of course. Can Tyrion move the sphere?
You can indeed. Yeah, it is.
Ah.
It weighs as much as an eagle would weigh, but this orb is sleeker than glass but tougher than diamonds. So it's a little bit slippery in your hands, but you're able to hold on to it fine. It's all Luke's resilience sphere. If you dropped it, it's not probably more damage to the ground than it. So.
Does it look like, seeing that the child has no ability to lift this, that is this a sale of coincidence? Are these children actually trapping these creatures, or are they getting too close to the tower and this is a mechanism from the tower trapping something coming to the tower and the children just gathered them together to sell them?
That is a fucking insightful question.
That's a great theory.
Well, I don't know if that's what you think. How are you going to act on that?
I suppose watch and they're coming up and see if that gets close, if another butterfly comes or an eagle crosses or
Yeah, so you buy your eagle and kind of step aside for a while and you wait just for maybe 5-10 minutes or so. And indeed you see another crow on a perch at the old palace that does kind of take off and fly towards Galfond's tower, and as it gets within maybe 10 feet or so, you just hear this squeak from the bird and a small little flash of light, like someone was taking like a photograph or something, and straight down onto the ground.
Wow.
This sphere, and you can see the little noble dressed kid run over and go, "Go another one, Emily!" And she scuffles back to the stall and plops it back and looks at you all and goes, "What?
Well, that is terribly
Why, beware.
disappointing.
That is
Well done.
amazing,
Well
Stephen.
done.
Stephen, that is amazing. How the fuck did you realize that?
Well done, sir."
it just makes, because if
Yeah.
I'm going back to Men in Black days, the
Detective
small
Tyrion.
child with the book of witchcraft and wizardry,
Yeah,
if they're not
yeah.
evil, it's a con.
DM side note: I figured when I made this Galfond's Tower quest, they were like, "We're just cast fly and fly up to the top." I was like, "Need a defense for that."
Smart.
But alas, yes, you solved my pet pal bubble riddle. But yeah, with that kind of out of the way, I don't know. Do you want to say anything to the kids or?
I like your entrepreneurial skills, and Tyrion will flick them each a gold.
Oh, thank you. So you're not as old as the rest of these lads. You're pretty much one of us.
not quite. Here, yeah. Aelfric, do you wish to retain the eagle, or shall I allow them to sell it a second time?
They might as well have it back.
Yeah, he'll place it on the table.
Emily kind of tips her wizard's hat that then falls to like the bridge of her nose, so you can't even see her eyes. And like, thank you very much, sis.
Ta-ta, children. May you meet the Raven Queen very soon.
Not before you will, I'd say, oldie.
Oh, here's hoping, my dear. Yes.
And I'm not exactly the most innate person when it comes to the arcane capabilities, but I would recommend, should the sphere around any of the sharp-clawed or beaked pets fail, run. Run quickly and to cover.
Sound advice.
To know, sis. We'll keep business booming as long as we can over here.
Be warned.
Fair warning. With that, then, you approach the tower, and those guards, the 5 or 6 guards that you'd seen, you can, now that you're more up close, it's definitely 5. They become more within earshot, and you can see that 3 of them are kind of huddled around 2 others that are right maybe 15 feet away from the front entrance to Galfond's tower, and the 2 of the men are kind of like sitting down, like just there on the stones, the paved kind of pathway, we'll say, and the other three are just kind of standing around, and one's kind of scratching their head, and the other ones are kind of have their both hands on the hips, kind of looking down at the other two soldiers. And as you kind of come within earshot, within 15 feet or so, you can hear one of the guards that are standing up saying, "How are we going to explain this to the captain? This after happening again. These were two of our finest." And you can see that the two sitting down on the cobblestone pavement are just kind of looking up. One of them is kind of smiling stupidly, and the other one just kind of has their mouth open and a big gloop of drool just hanging off his chin.
Oh dear.
At ease, gentlemen.
Who you?
We're the cavalry.
Is there something the matter with those two fellows?
Oh, these were two of our smartest men who were tasked with going into Galfond's tower, and about an hour later they came out like this, and you can see the one that was kind of has the drool kind of coming down his face. He kind of looks at you and say, "Hi."
Yes, we'd heard there was some difficulty getting in. You'll be pleased to know powers that be have sent rather more expert individuals to have a crack at it, that being us.
Well, I wish you all the best, son, because anyone who's walked in there has come out stupider than a bloody bugbear.
And how long have all these traps been up? How long have you been trying to get in?
Trying to get in there for weeks.
Weeks.
Every couple of days, the captain orders. Well, this year is Frank's third time trying it. The effects of the stupidity wears off after about 48 hours or so.
No, that's good.
Sounds like love, really, doesn't it?
I'm gonna squat down to the two guys that are zombified and be like, "I'll let you know that if you try to lick your own nose, it wears off a lot quicker. Lick your nose, you get better."
Who knows?
Oh wow, it really did a number on these two.
It certainly has. Well,
I'm hesitant to ask. Could something have happened to him? Would these traps and such say active? Surely he'd have let someone in.
Well,
if you're attempting every few days.
Well, the front door is actually unlocked.
Doesn't want to be disturbed. He won't be disturbed. You just need to know how to get his attention.
And do you know how to get his attention, or is your plan just to break in? Because I thought we were just going through all the traps, which is equivalent to breaking in, not necessarily anything special to get his attention.
Well, I have a trifle of experience with people like the archmage, and he has probably set these traps down as something of a gauntlet, so that anybody who interrupts him is worthy of his attention, owing to their ability to confound his traps and devices. So not just anybody can be deemed worthy of his attention.
Do you think maybe disintegrating large parts of his tower might get his attention? Maybe.
It could do, but on the one hand, it'd be considered rude. On the other hand, I can actually only do that once a day.
And on the other hand,
make it count then.
It would most likely rebound back and hit you instead.
Yes, I should have thought if he were to think he was under attack, he'd might be a different story, and I shouldn't like to invoke his wrath.
He's been in there for weeks. He must have some considerably large bacon storage facility.
I hope he's remembered to bathe.
Possibly even a portal to a realm of bacon.
A realm of bacon?
That's a one shot right there.
Purely hypothetical, of course.
The bacon is almost a given. The bathing, unfortunately, maybe not.
Well, that was my main question. Personal hygiene is not as
different priorities.
I see.
Hey, Captain, I want bacon.
What if he bathes in the bacon?
I have bacon. You want bacon?
I want bacon.
Here you go, my friend. Here.
He just like slaps it up. He's like, nom, nom.
It's good bacon, isn't it?
Good.
Anyway, those of you who are still of right mind, can you tell us anything about what is inside? in your
Oh well, no. At least nobody's ever made it past the ground floor. So
okay.
nobody's ever made it past the lobby.
Oh.
But
And your captain keeps sending people in.
Nobody has come out physically harmed.
Well, that's encouraging.
Just seems to take an awful stab at your intellect.
Some of us are more intellectually inclined.
Well, intellectually inclined people are probably the only people who stand a bloody chance trying to get in touch with blasted Illemis.
Well, fear not. We are up to the task, I'm sure. We are going to attend to it immediately.
Would you like us to station a guard here in case you all come out stupefied? So at least we have someone to escort you back to the barracks so you don't...
Stupefied.
In the very, very minuscule chance that does happen, that would probably be good.
Very well. We will one of us will be stationed here awaiting your return.
Have I ever met this wizard?
No. He mainly lived most of his years in Grendel, so...
But my superior has.
Yes, he has met
Is there a chance I would have seen him when he met him?
I suppose you probably know what he kind of vaguely looks like, yeah.
So, with regards to the sending spell, would I be familiar with him?
What's the criteria for sending?
I'll drop it in. Oh, sorry, that's Revivify. We'll need that later. Sending. You send a short message of 25 words or less to a creature with which you are familiar.
Okay.
Creature hears the message in its mind, recognizes you as the sender. Recognizes you as the sender if it knows you and can answer in a like manner immediately. But you can answer, you can reply.
But he has to know you, so.
Well, no.
I was going to say you might have seen him, but was he ever know?
The creature hears the message in its mind, recognizes you as the sender if it knows you.
If it knows you, okay.
So it doesn't mean that the spell doesn't send.
I think you would be familiar with Illemis, so you could go ahead and cast that spell.
I will cast the spell. Let's well, no, I will offer cast a spell. What say you? I could cast a sending spell and send him a message for 25 words or less, and with which he can reply to that message.
It's worth a try. But it's worth a try, isn't it?
There it is.
I just shared a picture of Galfond with you all, just so you know.
There he is now.
Certainly a wizardly looking guy.
I remember those hoops he wore in his ear.
One thing, Shadar, if you are going to attempt this, sit down first, please.
What?
Sit down, just in case.
Very well. Is there anything you'd like me to say to him? And also the message will send to other planes of existence as well. But there may be a 5% chance the message does not arrive.
Is there anything that either of you would say would help him know that it's either of you?
Yes, it might be worth dropping Damon's name in there as someone he's familiar with.
All right, let's type it out in the chat bar, as it were, in Roll20.
The proverbial chat.
So, hello, Illemis.
Those are wasted words.
Okay.
Um,
Blessings of the Raven Queen upon you in this
No,
fine. No, okay.
no.
The whole 25 words is just taken up by that.
Maybe boil it down to an acronym or something.
Okay.
Shadar,
Let's get an acronym. Let's
BOTRQ.
disintegrate.
if this does connect, Shadar,
Yes.
say to him, Raish's friend
Who?
needs to have Raish, Reis. Raish's friend needs a word and is waiting outside. Trust me, if he hears it, that will be enough.
Don't include the trust me part in the message. Should I?
No, of course not. That was for you.
Oh, I see. Sorry, let me just retype that. Racist friend needs a word and is wait. But I mean, there is room for blessings of the Raven Queen be upon you. Then at the very start of it, or would that sound like a cold call? Like those
That's
folks
that's the
show up
concern.
with pamphlets at your front
It
door?
would sound more like a
Exactly.
cold call.
Right. Okay.
Exactly.
Aelfric, is there anything you want to add since you corresponded with him before?
Well, Damon knows him better than me, so I think if he thinks he can alert him with a certain phrase, I'm happy to trust him in that.
If he's to hear this, it will have his attention.
Very well. I shall take out a small piece of fine copper wire, twirl it around a little bit on my little finger, lick it, and then I will say, I shall cast a sending spell and say, racist friend needs a word and is waiting outside your tower.
Oh yes, that was actually a great addition. Thank you, Shada.
Welcome. I should have included the Raven Queen bit at the start, but yes.
You realise you're still sending that, right?
I would like to
you can
imagine that it
reply
kept
to this
sending
message.
the conversation.
Should you have said your tower in Pathlin in case he has multiple towers?
This would be what he would consider.
He'd
his
also be
main
able
role.
to respond to the sending.
He can reply to this message.
You and Shidar, you almost instantly get a response after I make the spell.
Got something coming through?
This is the automated sending response of Galfond Illemis. Your message has been stored to a ring of spell storing. I may only hold 3 messages at once. If new one comes in, your one gets deleted. I will respond to your query within 7 to 513 working days. I am very busy man. End communication.
Excellent. Well,
What did he say?
I can tell you it got through. Unfortunately, we got the answering machine, so
The what?
Well,
the answering machine
Makes
it's
sense.
a magical thing, an automated response. My paladin friend, and yes, so
if you're a
excellent.
notable person, you can't just be having people telepathically intrude on your thoughts
Especially
all day
if
long.
you're in the middle of some sort of very, very delicate ritual.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
understand
It's
that.
a security measure.
Yes. Well, worth a try, I'm afraid.
Worth a try,
Worth a
certainly.
try, I thought, yes.
Well, truthfully, I advise you to temper your expectations. I'm not quite sure how busy a busy man is, but if it's been weeks or months or more, there's a good chance that there's a different reason he's not answering.
What would that be?
That he's met the Raven Queen.
A lucky
Oh, of
bastard.
course not. When you've been a powerful wizard as long as him, a month, a year, it's a blink of an eye.
Well, shall we go in and
I think we ought to.
meddle with the traps and find our way up to the top of the tower? Seems like a classic adventure.
Absolutely.
Let's go. This should be
Man.
fun.
Who's first?
I'll go first.
And Aelfric, you pull open the double doors to a Galfond's tower, and you are met with a rather kind of audaciously decorated lobby. I'm going to bring you over to a new map.
Whoa,
Ooh.
whoa.
Before we head in, I'm just going to grab Shadar and be like,
There is.
I feel like this might be most useful for you.
What's this?
Don't struggle. And I'm going to cast Intellect Fortress on Shadar.
Nice.
For the duration, you or one willing creature you can see within range has resistance to psychic damage as well as advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws. Oh, I feel rather tingly.
Yes, I tend to have that touch on people.
Is that you or the spell?
I was thinking, Mina, what if once we do make contact with Elois, we could maybe ask him, might be able to give you some lessons or something. I know you've had some trouble in the past with some of your spell casting.
Oh, shots fired.
Recommend maybe a beginner text or
If anyone could see Ali's
Ali's face is fit to slaughter entire nations.
face.
Aelfric doesn't mean that in a sassy way either.
I just grabbed a screen
Being
grab, so we're all
sincere.
good.
I'm so glad my camera's off.
Just a thought.
Mina, I'm going to need you to make a sass saving throw.
What would you like me to use for that? Like my
I'm kidding
charisma?
around. Well, it probably would be charisma, but it's fine. Oh, she rolled it. Okay. Ooh, and that's a 27. All right.
Deflected. That's rather nice in here, isn't it?
It's wonderful. He's so generous. You're all so generous. I am truly blessed to be amongst adventurers of such caliber.
You're all right, Mina.
I'm wonderful.
Nice to know you've started to notice.
How could I not? Look at you.
I know.
Okay.
I am rather fabulous.
I'm going to make an obligatory Arcana check to see if I can notice anything that is immediately, So 22.
There is a myriad of things going on in this lobby as soon as you enter. So just to kind of give you a kind of lay of the land here, that you kind of in this dome kind of roofed lobby, and it stretches really far up. Like see the top of the ceiling is about maybe 45 feet up, unnecessarily tall, but between the kind of emerald colored tiles and kind of turquoise walls that are kind of adorned with kind of hanging baskets and ivy kind of creeping up them in places, in the center of this lobby, surrounded by a kind of curved wall, is a giant apple tree that bears fruit, red apples, of course. And all around this lobby are a number of portraits, and they all seem to depict kind of rather illustrious and fascinating scenes. And on the lanterns that illuminate the lobby are kind of magical kind of flames just dancing around, kind of hopping from candlestick to candlestick, all a kind of, again, this kind of bluey, kind of green or turquoise color. They kind of interchange, but there is that kind of bluish, kind of green theme being carried around here. And of course, red carpeted, red carpet kind of, or rugs, should I say, kind of go around. You can go either left or right to kind of curve around this arched wall in front of the apple tree, and it leads to a long corridor that has this kind of large metal door with a strange contraption lying next to that door. It seems very heavily, like, kind of bolted. You can see it's ornately decorated. As you kind of but everything in this room seems to be magical, like the tree, the lights, obviously, and you kind of, when you kind of focus in on that kind of sense of magic, you feel almost that overwhelming presence of the arcane arts.
Okay, everybody. Don't touch anything unless you've got a very good reason to, or we might be
Shit.
rendered into idiots like those gentlemen outside.
I just touched the chair.
Nothing happens when you touch the chair.
Okay.
Mark, feel free to hop in my DMs. Do I have any memories of this place?
None.
Okay.
0.
See, these are pictures of people, right? These portraits.
Yeah.
I'm gonna-
There's some are people, some are scenes.
Oh, so they're not all people.
No, looking around, there are 9 portraits in total. You can kind of see them vaguely kind of on the map there.
Yeah.
Right. How many are portraits of people?
So looking around one by one, where are we kind of going to first? That kind of matters.
If one of these is first, like
You're
one of
looking at
these
this
two
one?
here.
Okay.
Yeah, if that's a
So
portrait.
can you drag your token over there so I just know
Yep.
for sure? Okay, that one there. Okay. Damon, as you look up at this portrait, you see the half bust of Galfond with his arm around a rather sulky looking Harengon. Galfond has a beaming smile on his face, and his free hand is stuffed into the pocket of his robes. The Harengon, however, which is kind of like a hare person, however, looks much less pleased than Galfond. He has grey fur with obvious flecks of white, His eyes look on boorishly as his face hangs with a look of lethargy. Like Galfond, the Harangon is dressed in red, though unlike Galfond, he is wearing a doublet instead of wizard's robes, complete with a cap of matching colour. The placard beneath that portrait says, Galfond and his good friend Colin after their return trip from Feywild. And I will just mark that on the old map there as...
Does either of them in the picture happen to be looking in a particular direction?
Nope, both out at it.
Since Aelfric's saying not to touch anything, Tyrion can't help but think everywhere he steps, his feet touch the ground. So bearing that in mind, as he looks around, is there any scuff patterns in the suede carpet from where multiple weeks worth of guards may have been stupefied and fallen?
Make a perception check.
Great question.
Mm.
That was on a 14 till the digital dice knocked it over.
No, nothing that you can see.
Hmm.
No particular spot stands out.
Hmm. Very intriguing.
I assume we're going to the pictures one by one.
Sure, if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, I think we can just take these. So, like, continuing along
Sort of
the
going
direction
around.
right from when we
Yeah.
entered, starting with the Harrington, and then
Going around. Okay.
And
1, 2,
Anti-clockwise.
3, up until we get anti-clockwise up until we
So
get
the
to
next
the
one,
carpet.
Mina, you read is this portrait is that of Galfond from the waist up, holding a wooden bowl of mashed potatoes. He holds the bowl close to him as if embracing or hugging it, and the placard reads, Galfond's famous mashed potatoes. His recipe is unequaled thanks to the key ingredient added to unlock its flavour.
So Galfond's discovered spices, nice.
You know what it is.
Culinary
Solstitious
fellow.
sauce.
The one next to Tyrion then is a portrait that depicts Galfond battling a werewolf atop a grassland hill. Scattered clouds in the night sky loom around the pale full moon in the starry sky. The werewolf towers over Galfond in a stance that shows it about to bear down upon him with his razor-sharp claws. Thick dollops of saliva droop from between its elongated teeth. One of Galfond's hands is glowing purple, no doubt preparing a spell. The other hand is curled into a fist, but empty. A visible wound is visible on the werewolf, a gash in its ribcage that is seeping blood. The placard beneath the portrait reads, Galfond ends the werewolf curse of Heple once and for all.
Heroic. It's impressive.
Aelfric, going up to the next one after that, you gaze upon a portrait that depicts Galfond sitting cross-legged in a comfortable-looking armchair. The background depicts a study with the backdrop lined with bookshelves. In one hand, Galfond holds a snifter glass between his fingers with an amber liquid half filled within. With his other hand, Galfond is stroking the head of a mastiff hound, whose tongue hangs lazily out of the side of its mouth, sitting next to him in the armchair. The placard beneath that portrait reads, Galfond, in need of the hair of the dog that bit him, with his loyal companion Roger. And Shadar, as you go over to the next one then, this portrait shows Galfond in a very formal and expensive-looking robes. He looks a little younger in this image than that of the others so far. There are less visible wrinkles and more colour in his hair. His beard is also slightly shorter too. He's accompanied by a very shrewd-looking elven gentleman who shakes Galfond's hand and hands him a scroll with his other hand. Both men have a neutral expression, and the placard beneath the portrait reads, Galfond receives accreditation as archmage and the highest honour befitting his experience and talents.
What hands are they shaking? Right hand to right hand, left hand to left hand.
So just image in my head. Right hand to right hand, yeah. And then the scroll is handed left hand to left hand.
Okay.
And again, moving, I suppose, in that kind of counterclockwise direction around the lobby you have been doing. This one over here then next to the corridor. This piece of art depicts two Galfonds sitting opposite from each other in lounge chairs separated by a table with a large bottle, 2 glasses, and a dragon chessboard. The two are in a garden of colourful roses. The sunlight spills down upon the decorative garden furniture and sculptures in the background. Both Galfonds have a stern look of concentration on their faces. One is scratching their head, while the other strokes their beard. The placard beneath the portrait reads, Galfond, enjoying a challenging mental debate with his intellectual peer.
Humble as well. Quite the man.
Well, he is the best.
And again, as you, I'm going to give you, I have all these hints written out. I'll send them on to you guys in a second once we go through
Cool.
them. And I might actually, we'll see about putting a link to it as well in the, when we upload it to podcast.
And the socials, no problems.
Yeah. Let me just double check that I have the right number for that one. I do. So, Aelfric, looking at this one then. This striking portrait depicts Galfond inside a lava cavern by the looks of it. A look of emboldened concentration is on his face as he is conjuring up a ball of fire between his hands in a spellcasting gesture. Behind him, a red dragon is seen beginning to draw its breath for its flaming breath weapon. Both Galfond and the dragon are aiming their powerful flame abilities at a bare altar to the far left side of the image. The placard beneath the portrait reads, Galfond and Jostradir working to create flames hot enough to rival the forge of the gods. And the two remaining ones then, as you again walk around, in this portrait, Aelfric, as you look up at it, this portrait is a close-up of Galfond with an expression of sheer delight as determined by his boyish grin. One hand curled into a fist rests beneath his chin, with elbow leaning on a table. The other hand is open-palmed, holding it at level with his face. Atop his hands stands a rather angry-looking troll holding a club. The troll is no larger than a mouse in Galfond's hand. The placard beneath that portrait reads, Galfond being brings that threat and ego of the Jory Hills troll back down to size by means of the enlarge reduce spell. And lastly then, as you move on to the 9th and final portrait in the lobby, you see Galfond standing before a large castle by a cliffside, with one hand on his hip and the other with his wand pointed to the cloudy night sky. He has a smug look in his face, and the castle itself looms over the sea in the pale moonlight, but the stonework gleams with a golden tinge, and that placard beneath the image reads, Galfond wins a gentleman's wager by turning the entire structure of Ardon's retreat into gold. As you passed by those placards, you saw that kind of, I think with Shadar, you saw that kind of heavily locked looking door. On closer inspection, that large metal door kind of has kind of decorated and it's decorated in symbols and represents each kind of school of magic kind of insigniated on the door itself at the end of this hallway. The clockwork gears that are visible at the hinges of the doors look well oiled and sturdy. The motionless cogs, metallic wires and gears seem to link to 3 areas of this door. And as you kind of approach to look more closely, a large keyhole to the right hand side of the door. The keyhole is about the size of a tankard, and then you also see an indentation of a longsword at the center of the door. The lining of the indentation is adorned with decorative threads that glimmers with gold. And then a white wooden doghouse with a blue roof sits at the bottom left-hand corner of the door. The nameplate over the entrance reads Roger. Now, that was an awful lot of information to get, so I'm going to send this on to
Roger.
Fantastic.
Wow. Well,
much to think about.
I immediately feel stupider, so I could cast the Find Trap spell if you wish, but I feel I should probably save my energies for later on.
Yes, I think the room itself may be a trap. That's the thing.
It's a trap.
Is this not just a hall of his remarkable feats? No?
They are remarkable, but a man such as this does not place anything for no greater purpose.
No, this is clearly a test of some sort.
They are fabulous portraits, though, I must say.
Damon, I must say I'm rather pleased you haven't been annihilated by the things sticking out of the left and right wall here as you walk through them.
No, trust me, if he wanted us dead, he would have done it already. We'll be fine.
What are they?
Well, those are just they're just candlestick holders.
Candlestick holders.
Yeah. I can send that on as plain text to you guys in a minute as well.
Right. So what had the?
Well, I'd quite like to inspect this door.
Okay. So at a glance, kind of the information I gave just a moment ago is kind of what you see. Is there anything in
Sure.
particular you want to look at?
I'd like to look at it with a view to identifying anything arcane about it.
Okay. Go ahead and make that Arcana roll. DC is going to be 17.
Only 14.
It is magical, but you're not really able to get a fix on it.
So, Damon, you know the fellow. Any ideas here?
Is there a dog in there?
The doghouse is indeed empty.
I find it strange that only one of these portraits doesn't have an animal in there at some place.
I didn't know he had a dog, but he's obviously fond of it.
Would I have any insights as to what these pictures are, as to like maybe what he might consider a because he's very powerful, but he's not like prideful, like, oh, I did this and I did that.
You've heard Galfond tell you the story about how he won a bet by turning Ardon's retreat into gold. Like so many times.
But he considered it like a jovial thing, like a
yeah. Oh no, yeah.
I'm fucking magnificent kind of thing.
Yeah.
The keyhole in the door, is that a through keyhole?
Oh yeah, it's
or
like
is it?
It looks like a normal keyhole, only way bigger than
The back like is does the latch lead to a dead face? I'm probably not phrasing this right. If you were to look through the keyhole, can you see into the adjacent room?
So we've cast our eyes around the room. We've seen the portraits. Are there any other objects laying around the room?
There are actually. Looking back round, it's just because as you're kind of looking around again at these portraits, when you come back around to the apple tree, you hear a noise. Something falls to the ground. You look down at your feet and you can see a munched up apple core. Looking up, then in the tree, you notice it. It was probably there this whole time. You just didn't notice it. This creature standing in the tree, eating an apple, looks down at you, says, "Hi. Didn't want to disturb you, Aelia.
Oh,
you guys okay? Can I help you? Can I point you in the direction of the exit?"
Well, sorry, I didn't see you there. What? Who are you? Might I ask?
I'm Boogie.
And do you work for the archmage?
I do. Created by him and all.
Oh, it's good. It's good. We're actually looking to speak to him.
He doesn't really like visitors when he's busy, eh?
It is quite important.
I'm under strict orders, but it's kind of boring. Any guys that came in here were they got all goofed up and they gotta head out. But that's what you get when you.
Well, look, we're under no illusions as to how this works. We've got to run the gauntlet, so to speak.
But no one's gotten very far. They never even got past the lobby. There's a couple of floors to this place,
Well, I mean, what do you make of it? Is there anything that you can tell us about the room?
I'm just in charge of the lobby, but I can, I could give you a hint, but at a cost.
Well, how much?
I'm just a homunculus. What would I do with gold? Magic. Magic's good.
What kind?
Let me just siphon off a little bit of your magic, and I'll give you a hint. Let's say And kind of talking above the table here, 10 spell slots between the party for a hint. So
Oh, well, we
like
might need to pool our resources for that a little bit.
like a level 3 spell slot would be 3 points. You have to accumulate
Well,
10 points.
No chance, lads.
10 spells. Let me
we'll
drink
have to
some.
think about it.
No worries. And I have 3 hints I can give you, but the cost gets greater every time.
I'm gonna go up to the drink, and I'm gonna like check it out more, because there's this kennel at the door.
Mhm.
It's Roger. First thing
Mm.
I'm going to attempt to do is ask Satyrion to have his hound go and sit in the doghouse. And then I'm also going to check out this portrait to see if there's a hint.
Okay.
Now, with the portrait, it's with his faithful hound by the chair, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go and sit on the chair, and I'm going to like gesture as if I was doing the same thing.
Okay.
See if there's any reaction, any reaction from the picture, or
Yeah, that you kind of align that up, and no, indeed, nothing happens.
It seemed like such a great idea.
I wonder if it's one piece of the puzzle. I'm thinking, well, if there are 3 areas of the door that are highlighted, the large keyhole, well, it looks about the size of that miniature creature that Galfond was holding in one of the other portraits, and the longsword. At first, I thought it had something to do with the scrolls of magic, but now I'm beginning to think the keys are all in these pictures. So I wonder, was there a sword? And Mina's gonna just kind of start walking around the pictures again to see if any of them had a sword in it.
I don't believe there was a sword in any of.
I'm looking at the thing,
Yep.
so you don't have to detail it.
Hearing working along the same or similar train of thought, we'll walk
Okay.
over to the castle portrait, and he'll pull his longsword and touch the tip to the
Okay.
castle turn to
You
gold.
rest your sword against the portrait, and your sword like falls into the image.
Mm.
And think of Super Mario 64 when you jump into the,
Hmm.
it kind of waves a little bit.
Love
The
that.
Galfond within that image, with his kind of wand pointed towards the sky, your sword falls into that scene, and he gets his wand and he just goes, boop. That is not the swords I am looking for. And your sword is kind of flung back out. And
Well, that's very interesting.
The image kind of solidifies again.
So there's
Okay.
no sword in any of the other pictures.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to seeing Satyrion do this. I'm gonna go up to the chessboard picture. I want to look at the chessboard and see if there's a move that can be done to win the game, and see if I can reach in and move the piece.
Make an intelligence check.
19.
Nice.
It looks like the actual chessboard itself is drawing a stalemate.
I'm still gonna see if I can move a piece.
Okay. Yep. You move a piece, and one of the Galfonds kind of just slaps your hand and says, "I'm Zinky. Leave it alone, yeah." But with that roll of 19, that bottle mentioned lying in the middle of the table, that's Gregan's ale.
Good taste.
Do I know what that is?
You got a bottle before. It's a magical ale that
Where's the bottle?
revitalizes. It's in the image, the dragon chessboard image. So for those of you listening, Gregan's ale is a magical ale that grants the benefits of a long rest in a bottle for 2 people, as long as they drink it within the same round or
For 2
in
people.
quick succession.
A Mark Corrigan original.
No, because Damon wouldn't even think to do that, because he knows that Galfond would kick his ass if he took something that he didn't ask for first. Okay, that didn't work.
I think Stephen is plotting to kill Ryan.
A single tear rolls down.
Solve the puzzle and then we might be able to. Okay, chess piece didn't work.
Well, I'm going to give you guys a bit of time to think about it
Ah.
because I think that might be a good place to leave it this time around.
I don't think we'll have enough time to think about it, to be honest with you. This is...
Can I try one more thing?
Absolutely, you can.
The recipe.
Yep.
The plaque says his recipe is unequaled thanks to the key ingredient added into it to unlock its flavor.
Oh,
which
nice.
is a little bit suspicious to me.
Okay.
Can I try and take his mashed potatoes?
You reach into the image and you stick your hand into the mashed potatoes, and hidden in that you feel something solid, and you pull out a small key, but a key nonetheless.
Interesting.
Enlarge it with the
Amazing
troll.
work.
Enlarge it with the troll.
Oh.
The troll was doing
Let's
enlarging.
fucking
Yeah.
keep going with this. Let's keep going with this.
Yes.
We're on
My
something.
God.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is why he is our
We're
wizard.
onto
Watts is
something
like
here.
fucking lightning here. You better believe it.
I love you and I hate you because I was reading that sentence over like as you said it, and I was like, it's gotta
So
be
Aelfric
something.
pulls this small key out of the secret.
Yes,
portrait.
everybody, I've got this. So I think that's our first step. The following steps must lie somewhere within the rest of these portraits. So let's get thinking.
So why are we going for the troll?
Because
That has an enlarge, reduce spell.
I don't
There's a-
see that in the thing.
He said he made the troll little.
He's holding the troll in his hands from the large. I think if you put the key in there, he might enlarge it for you.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna sort of offer up the small key into the portrait.
And you place the key within the troll portrait, and Galfond kind of gets his finger and flicks the troll away. You hear this yelp, and he just takes the key off you, Aelfric, puts it in his hand, and he just snaps his fingers. The key grows about 10 times its size and hands it back out to you through the portrait.
Thank you very much.
It's heavy now. It's a pretty hefty key. You have to carry it with both hands.
So I think, well, is it a similar size to the keyhole on the locked door?
Yeah, you go up and you measure it up. It
Yes.
seems like it'll fit in.
Lug it over there, I reckon. But I think there's a little bit more to this. But let's go for it. Let's get the key in there and see what happens.
Okay. Yeah. So you throw the key into the keyhole, and the huge you hear that kind of massive mechanical clicking noise in the door, and the key rotates kind of 180 degrees, and then the lock kind of falls off and just poof, evaporates into this silvery dust. But the key falls back onto the floor.
Okay. If I give the door a shove, I'm going to assume it doesn't open just yet.
Does not open. Just
Okay.
With the werewolf one, can I reach in and see if Galfond's got an invisible sword in his clenched hand?
You reach in and kind of wave your hand around the area where his hand is clenched into a fist, and he kind of zaps your hand a little bit. Do you mind? I'm trying to cast this spell here. I'm distracting me.
I'm going to use the brush here on the map quickly just to mark some portraits that we've
Absolutely.
interacted with. Sorry to interrupt.
So we also know that the castle we have to use once we get a sword. So we already know what we're going to use it for.
The dragon's heat can forge. Is it to forge a blade?
I was thinking that. I was just trying to figure out where there would be
Ooh, that's good.
metal. I was thinking maybe one of the sculptures in the dragon chessboard, but I was thinking that was a little too
I'm
abstract.
also stuck on the werewolf picture.
Mark, what is the bust made of in portrait 6? The Harrigan, the half bust of Galfond.
Oh no! It's just them from the waist up.
The rabbit's wearing a hat. What do you do as a magician? You pull the rabbit out
Where's
the
the
hat
rabbit?
to take the hat off the rabbit.
It's worth a go. And the
giant.
Harangan is sort of like a
Oh.
rabbit type being.
Rabbit folk.
So I'm going to take off the cap and see if that reveals anything.
I have a thought after we've tried that as well.
The Haragon reaches up and puts his hat back in its head and says, "Please don't do that, sir."
Damn it.
This werewolf picture
Mhm.
that I am struggling to find. Oh, here it is with Satyrian. Can I try and lean in and pluck a hair from the werewolf?
Werewolf, as you reach in, reaches down and scratches the top of your hand.
Okay.
1 hit point of damage.
Ouch. I was just thinking on the drink portrait, it says Galfond in need of the hair of the dog that bit him.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, Dragon's Ale.
Oh, wait. Could it be the ale that's in the other picture? The ale, what he was doing in chess? Does he need that? Can we take that out of there and then give it to him in the other portrait?
Can we keep it? Can we keep it, Mom? Can we keep it?
You reach in and you got yourself a bottle of Gregan's Ale.
Yes.
I guess I will put it in the other. I'm not sure which one the other one is. I will go hand him a drink.
He needs the hair of the dog.
He doesn't want it. Okay, well, I guess
Happens
I
he
have
doesn't
the ale
react to it at
for
all.
a pit.
That's it.
then.
At least we got a Gregan's Ale.
With his loyal companion Roger, we have to take the hound.
I'm gonna, can we take Roger from the drink?
You reach in to grab Roger, but he growls and snarls at you.
Remember, the food needs to be cooked by the dragon.
Oh, what if we had food? Is there food in any of the other
What
ones?
if we just beckon him nicely? Oh, I've got an idea. The Harangan in the picture looks absolutely knackered. What if we give him the ale?
Oh.
Hair of the dog. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Can I reach into that?
Or maybe
the
we can
Harangan
entice the
and-
dog out
and
of the
pl-
picture by having the Harrigan run around.
I
We're
could give
onto
Harrigan
something here, possibly.
the L. Question for you: when we take things out of the portraits, are they visibly missing in the portraits, or it looks
Yes,
okay?
correct.
So
Yeah.
we have one chance with this. Well, no, I'm more thinking if we put it into another picture and that's not the right answer, have we
Mm.
You reach in, you grab him by his kind of doublet, and he says, "Please don't touch the coat, sir." And dusts himself up.
Yeah, I like that.
I think we want to give
Okay.
him the ale because it says he looks lethargic.
I don't drink, ma'am.
Hmm.
Ah,
Is there anything else we can get you?
Yes, some peace and quiet.
Peace.
damn.
One last idea, and then I'm done. My brain's fried.
Mm.
I'm gonna go, and you said that I'm looking at here about the tower, right? The castle. Yeah, you see Galfond standing before a large castle by a cliffside. He wins a gentleman's wager by turning the entire structure of Arden Street retreat into gold. Can I reach in and try and pick up the Tower of Gold?
You reach in, but like you get shoulder length, you still can't reach to where the tower is, and you're almost kind of waist into the image. And Galfond says, "What are you doing, you silly, silly man?"
Hmm.
Well, I'm done.
So,
Hmm.
In the Portrait 9, the award, are we able to reach in and take the scroll?
You reach in, Sir Tyrion, and you take the scroll. Galfond says, "Hey," but doesn't stop you.
Is there not a scroll?
You pull out the scroll, and it seems to be a magic scroll, a scroll of chain lightning.
Nice.
Oh, the werewolf has storm clouds. Oh no, it said scattered clouds. Shoot, so close. Hmm.
Do we need to give Galfond in the werewolf picture the Gregan's Ale?
It has not been used. We could give it to him. We could also give him the lightning scroll.
Maybe it's just a freebie. Maybe we do get to keep it. Well, that's a thought.
You hear the crunching of apples in the distance, and you hear Boogie say, 10 spell slot doesn't sound like much when you're struggling."
We're not struggling. Be quiet.
Off the table on the whatever. Gregan's Ale completely restores somebody, right? So if someone gave all their spell slots and then had the Gregan's Ale, they would get it back.
Yeah. It's a long rest in the bottle.
but I feel like the Dragon's Ale has to go into another portrait, though.
I do believe so as well. So yeah, we could try giving him the scroll or the Gregan's Ale. See if he wants either of those.
I could threaten its very existence with a flame strike spell. Would that help?
You might strike the painting, though.
He's in the tree right now. No, the little imp.
Oh, not him. Who knows? At some point we may need a hint.
That's a no, then. All right.
What about the apples from the tree? Can they be of use to anybody? Or are they purely homunculus food?
I don't even know if homunculi actually need to eat. He's eating apples now.
He likes them.
So, looking at the drink then, in this portrait you see Galfond sitting cross-legged, with a comfortable looking armchair. The background holds a snifter glass between us, an amber liquid. Isn't lava or something else lava? Can I reach in and take this snifter drink, the glass, and fill it up with the lava and pop it back in?
As you reach for the snifter, Galfond slaps your hand and says, "Oi, go find your own."
Have we tried offering Galfond in the drink the Gregan's Ale?
Yes. I offered him that when he didn't want it.
We've tried that, have we? Okay.
One picture that strikes me as weird is Galfond having his hand in his pocket with the rabbit with the herring on. So I'm going to see if he's got something in his pocket.
You reach into the stuffed pocket and produce 2 small pieces of paper.
Ooh, nice one.
2 ticket stubs for the Witchlight Carnival.
No.
Can I try and offer the 2 tickets to the 2 Galfonds in the chessboard?
They both.
I was thinking maybe the award, because Galfond's young and enthusiastic. Maybe a young Galfond would love to go and visit the Witchlight Carnival. But go for your one first.
We'll try both.
Yeah, okay. You try both of those. The 2 Galfonds in the chessboard scene say, look at the ticket stubs and shake their head. It goes, "We've seen it."
Oh, sorry.
David or Shadaras for your one. Sorry, Ali, I'll just you show the ticket stubs to the younger Galfond. He looks at it and he says, "I'm trained in the divination arts. I know I'll see it in the future and I'll like it. But I'll wait until then."
Right, so we have tickets for the carnival.
And the Gregan's Ale. I have very dumb ideas. I don't know if Mina would say them, but Ali is saying them in hopes that maybe one of you smarter people can put the picture together. In terms of the hair of the dog that bit him, we could take it literally, give him a hair. It means a drink, right? But it is the werewolf that bit him.
Yeah.
I'm spiraling, but like the werewolf is also leaking fluids, both blood and saliva. And I'm stuck on this and I need someone to tell me it's a dumb idea so I can move on.
Did try and take a hair from it, but that's a...
Yeah, reach in and take some hair from the werewolf, yeah.
No, Aelfric tried that already.
Yeah, I tried to.
So like that
sorry,
didn't work.
Sorry, I've lost track of the amount of things we've tried now.
Yeah. But I'm thinking like the saliva and the blood are both falling, and like that could just be for dramatics, but also like could it be anything like that? Like he didn't want the alcohol. He didn't give up the other alcohol in the other image.
The werewolf has me. Galfond ends the werewolf curse of Hepley once and for all.
Yeah, is there something we could give him to...
Does the werewolf turn into Roger?
Maybe. How would we end the werewolf curse?
I ask you all to make an intelligence roll, DC 16.
Everyone or just someone?
Everyone.
Just a straight up int roll.
Yep.
Not 20 for a 21.
8.
Amazing.
Happy
Another
for
nat
it.
20.
Look at that. Yeah.
Whoa!
Yes.
That's Ryan with a nat 20 for a 25.
So Shadar rolled a nat 20. Damon rolled a nat 20. Aelfric failed the roll with an 8. And
Yeah.
Sir Tyrion failed the roll with a 14. And Mina rolls a 22.
Nice.
A dirty 22. Yeah, as you're kind of talking about that, looking around for like something silver, like everything in this room is either wooden or ceramic or some sort of stone, save for the large metal key that fell to the floor.
That's silver.
Ooh.
That's not silver, it's metal.
Oh, reforge it into a sword with the dragon.
There's a thought.
So we've unlocked the door and the key is popped out. So we've unlocked the lock. The key is popped out. So we still have the key to do something else with.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, we
okay.
overlooked that.
Mark, what the fuck is going on in your brain? Jesus Christ.
No, this is brilliant. I
even
love
know.
it.
It's amazing. Like, but I'm shit at puzzles, so. Alright, so we need to take the key and fuck it into the lava, maybe?
So if we do the
Let's
key
try it.
to the forge hopefully gives us a sword.
Yeah, and take the key to the dragon portrait
Okay.
and see if it can be melted down.
Then we can kill the werewolf with it and then turn it into gold, and then we have the gold sword.
You put the key into the dragon portrait and it rests upon the altar. Galfond fires a fireball at it. The dragon breathes fire, and indeed it does reshape into an iron sword.
I was worried
Oh.
that just a load of molten metal was gonna like cascade out of the portrait onto
Okay, so
me.
the sword is it's not silver, it's
Iron
steel.
sword. Iron.
Did Tyrion not offer up his sword to somebody, one of the portraits earlier, and he said that's not the sword I'm looking for?
Jesus Christ.
The Golden Castle.
So we could turn it to
Yeah.
gold, do the door, but then we have to turn it to silver to
we
kill the werewolf.
assume
if we
it'll
wanna
turn
kill
to
the
gold.
werewolf.
If we offered it into the portrait, Galfond could turn it into whatever.
I think it's
Tyrion
important to
wished.
note that the guards that came in here earlier, there was no magical effect that happened to them. They just tried to figure out these puzzles and just walked out fucking absolutely fucking just
He just
mind
hung
blown.
out in here for a couple of hours.
Okay.
Well, I think we should offer the
Yep.
sword up to the castle
And
portrait.
you bring it over to the castle, and indeed Galfond takes the sword, looks at it, and goes, "This will do." He touches it, and it turns to gold, and he hands it back to you.
So is this now eligible to fit into the longsword slot on
On the mechanical door,
Interesting.
Yes.
it's the exact same size of the golden trim indentation of a longsword.
Let's give it a go.
You place that golden sword into the indentation. The second lock evaporates, and the sword transmutes into a silver sword.
Sweet.
Oh,
Fucking
there it
hell.
is. There's the werewolf.
Eee.
Dyslexics of the world untie.
What else? So what have we got left then?
So let's see if the werewolf battling Galfond can make use of a silver blade.
The other hand curled into a fist, but
Yeah.
empty. Give him the sword.
And with that, Aelfric, you put the silver sword into the werewolf portrait. Galfond says, looks at the sword, "Thank you," and he jams it into the werewolf. Before your very eyes in the image, the werewolf refers back to its human form, lifeless on the ground, but in the palm of his hand, a tuft of
Ah.
fur.
The dog.
Oh, the hair of the dog that bit him.
There we go. Exactly. Yes, that's for the 1 hit point of damage that you gave me earlier.
Lads, what the fuck?
Can we bring that to Roger?
We'll take
Yeah.
the tuft and offer it up to the drink.
Okay, you bring it to portrait number 4, the drink, and you put the tuft of fur into the snifter glass. Galfond takes it, puts it into his snifter glass, and has a drink. The mastiff next to Galfond he just leaps from the portrait and runs into the doghouse.
Yes.
The third and final.
Come on, boy.
With a big click and clang, the heavy metal door in the corridor opens.
We successfully dungeons and dragon.
Told you this would be fun.
On the plus side, though, you do get to keep 2 ticket stubs for the Witchlight Carnival, the Scroll of Chain Lightning, and a bottle of Gregan's Ale. Those were not part of the puzzle.
Oh, fuck yeah.
They were not part of the puzzle.
Witchlight Carnival? I do not want to go to the Witchlight Carnival.
Let me unlock
Red
the
herrings.
store for you. Actually, you know what? I'll leave it unrevealed because I think we've shot a good deal over time. So we'll save it.
Going long.
Cool. Yeah. The door has been unlocked. The puzzle bested, and you're.
I wouldn't say bested. I mean like just like barely equaled.
Brute force.
Not bested.
Hey, we solved it. A win is a win.
A win is a win is a win is a win.
We bashed our heads against the wall, and eventually the wall fell down.
I mean, that was legitimately fucking teamwork.
That's fucking teamwork.
I wish I realized that the key was still usable. I thought we needed all 3 things at the same time.
That was
yeah,
a great
me too.
puzzle.
Yeah.
Good job, team. High five.
Well done, everyone.
Consider this your inspiring speech and be sure to add 17 temporary hit points to your character sheet because we may need them.
It's been a while since we received that, my dear. Great to great to be on your good side again.
Well, stay on it.
I will do my best.
I loved it.
Mhm.
That was like, I hate puzzles.
Oh, I was like,
That was a cracking puzzle.
Oh my god.
Mark needs to get a job at like Bethesda or something now. That was ridiculous.
I was just thinking that.
Oh,
Mark would make a
okay.
killer escape room.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think that, Larian needs Mark.
You want to know what's even better to think about? This is puzzle 1.
Yeah.
Oh, stop. Yeah. Anyway.
So yeah, we will leave it there for this session, and we will carry on the rest of this bonkers journey through the Wizard's Tower next time.
Thanks very much, Mark.
Very good.
Thank
you very much, everyone, for playing, and of course, thank you again, everyone, for listening.
Yeah,
We
thanks
will
a lot, Mark.
catch you all next time.
Great.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye, friends.
Be seeing you.
Goodbye, my darlings.